Okay, let's talk about quad sweeps. You can call it the quad sweep, the outer quad, the vastus lateralis, whatever you want to call it. It's referring to the same thing. Now, before I get started, why should you trust my leg training advice? Well, here's a picture. This is how my legs used to look in 2022. This picture on the right has been taken a few weeks ago. So I have transformed my legs drastically. And so I have credibility to talk about quad sweep. What even is the quad sweep, you may ask? You see this muscle right here? The one on the outside, this muscle, this one right here, that's the quad sweep. Like I said, there's different terminologies for it, different terms people use, but it's the outer area of your quad, the outer part of your legs. That's your quad sweep. And when you develop this muscle, it looks really, really aesthetic. As you can see, this is Jay Cutler. This is Tom Platz's quad sweep. So we're going to be building those using the leg press machine. Now, you can do a squat that targets the quad sweep. You can also do leg extension in a special way that also targets the quad sweep. But we won't be talking about those in this video. This video will be focused on using the leg press to target the quad sweep. Okay? Now, any type of leg press works. This is called the 45-degree leg press, the usual one that most gyms have. My gym actually has this one right here. It's not even called a leg press. It is the unilateral hip press. As you can see, there's two different. This one has a single platform right here. This has two different platforms, as you can see. So these are unilaterals. You can do single-legged on this machine. My gym has this one. Either one you can use. Just make sure it's a pressing movement, right? Either it's this one or this one. It doesn't matter. What matters is your foot placement. Well, one of the things. There's two points I'm going to make in this video that will help you target the quad sweep. One of them is your foot placement. So usually when you're standing, your foot's like this, right? Straight up. When you're going to be pressing on either the unilateral hip press or the leg press, I want you to point your toes out. Okay? I want you to point your toes outwards slightly. Okay? About like a 45 degree, maybe less than 45 degree, around like 30 or so. Just go on your comfort level. Okay? But don't keep your feet straight like this. Point the toes slightly out. All right? The foot placement, when it comes to squatting, matters because they call it the stance, right? In powerlifting and bodybuilding, the stance determines how much weight you can lift. If it's like a normal squat or like a wide stance squat. Same here, foot placement will determine which area of the quad you're targeting. If you check out this picture right here, if you see this picture, there's this part of the quad you call the teardrop. This is the rectus femoris. This is your quad sweep or vastus lateralis. Scientific name, we don't care, but just saying. You can change your foot positioning, pointing your toes out, maybe a little bit straighter, wider stance. You can do these you can make these changes, these modifications to target different areas of your quads. And that's exactly what you're going to do with the foot placement. Toes pointed outwards. Okay? This is point number 1. Keep this in mind. Take notes as I go along because the second point, it's right here, is also very important. Okay? Point number 2, heels and outer side of the foot. We'll get to this one in a bit. Heels and outer side of the foot. When you're going to be pushing this platform here, you want to make sure you're putting all the pressure from the side of your foot, here and here, and also your heels. Okay? I don't want to see you tiptoe on the front of your feet, from your toes, right? You don't want to do that. And we'll get to why some people, they just do it, even unintentionally, and how you can fix it. We'll get to that. But keep this in mind. This is probably the most important point that I could make here to target your quad sweep. Push through the side of your foot and your heels. That's what you want to do, okay? When you're putting the pressure on the platform, either this one or this one, cue it in your mind. I'm pushing through the side of my foot and my heels. Not through the ball of my feet, the middle of my feet. No. Not from my toes, no, the heels and the side of my foot. This is legitimately the most important thing you need to keep in mind when you're doing leg press focused on the quad sweep. Okay? This is the most important point, the most important part. Heels and outer side of your foot. No tiptoeing. Do not tiptoe like this. Like, don't push just through your toes. And certain types of shoes make it very difficult. We'll get to that in the end. But keep this in mind. This is the most important point in the video. Okay? Side of the foot and your heels. That's where all of the pressure should be coming from. Okay? And just keep in mind, this literally, this is the one point you have. If you get anything away from this video, if you take anything away from this video, it's this. Side of your foot and heels. Side of your foot and heels. No tiptoeing, not the ball of your feet. Side of your foot and heels. Now, when you do this for the first time ever, okay, the first time you're doing it, you're trying it out, and you don't really feel your quad sweep. Like, you've never felt your quad sweep before, and I'm asking you to feel your quad sweep. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to do 10 to 15 reps of just activation reps, okay? You're just going to go, in your mind, you're going to cue it in your mind, side of my foot and heels, side of my foot and heels. You're going to cue it in your mind, okay? You're going to go for about 3, maybe 4 sets, 3 to 4 sets to just burn and feel it. The first day, you're not going to go crazy. You're not going to go heavy. Lighten the weight if you need to. And just try and activate. Your goal for that day, for leg day, for that leg day, is just one goal. Activate your quad sweep. So you're going to go 10 to 15 reps per set, 3 to 4 sets, and you're only going to get your quad sweep to activate. You're going to think in your head like, yes, this is the muscle that's pushing the weight up. This is the muscle I'm feeling. The side of my foot and my heels. The side of my foot and my heels. The side of my foot and my heels. Mind-muscle connection. That's what you need to build first. Okay? That's the first step. Get your quad sweep to actually get activated through controlled mind-muscle connection, right? You're going to do that. Awesome. You feel the burn. You're feeling your quad sweep activate. Great. That's the first day. Now let's say you've been doing leg press for quite some time and you actually activated your quad sweep. You know how to activate your quad sweep now. Now we're going to go to the extreme. We're going to go to failure. The hard sets. If you want to grow legs, if you want to go from this to this, you absolutely need to train till failure. You need to train like a psychopath. 13 to 15 reps failure. Pick a weight that you can do for about 10 to 11 reps. Okay? And go till 15. You may just stop at 10. You can't get any more. Okay, take a breather. Catch your breath and go again. Go at least till 15 reps and fail. 13 to 15, right? You don't want to use your hand to push you don't do that, okay? We'll get to that. You just push just with your leg. Let's say on this leg press machine, right? The hip press. You don't push with your hand or you don't push with the other foot yet. For the 13 to 15 reps, you literally just fail. You can't get the weight up anymore. That's fine. You catch your breath, and then you do 5 to 7 slow tempo negatives. On this machine, you need to ask somebody to help you with that for a spot. For this one, you can do it yourself. You can literally just use your other foot. Like, you're going to be doing, let's say you're activating this side, right? You're going to use this foot to push the platform up and then slowly come back down. So you're going to push the platform up and slowly control the negative. The positive will be used with both of your feet. You're going to push with both of your feet, but on the way down, you're going to slowly control it with the one foot the one leg you're trying to activate. So 5 to 7 of slow tempo negatives. You don't have to worry about the positive, you don't have to worry about the push part. You just literally let it slowly come down, the slow tempo negative. Like I said, this you'll get to the next day. If you really want to first activate your quad sweep and you're having a hard time, I recommend 10 to 15 reps of activation for 3 to 4 sets on the first day. That's it. On leg press, that's pretty much it. You go back home. Okay, your quad sweep is actually sore the next 2 days. Great. Then you come back and you target this. I don't want you to rush it. I want you to take it slow. Feel the reps. Feel the burn. and then realize, yes, I have activated my quad sweep. Once you have activated your quad sweep, then we can move to this crazy set, okay? 13 to 15 reps of absolute craziness, absolute madness. You're gonna push the weight, you're gonna let it back down, come down slowly. You're gonna push the weight, let it come back down slowly. You cannot push the weight anymore, that's fine. Stop the reps there. 5 to 7 reps assisted. Okay, you're gonna get help from on the way. Like, you're gonna push the weight with either the other foot, or you have a friend pushing the, on this machine, you can't actually do it with the other foot. Both of your feet are actually planted. This one you can use the other foot. This one you need a friend. He's helping you with the rep on the way up. But on the way down, you're just controlling it. You're controlling it, and as you're controlling it in your mind, again, you're cueing it once again. I am controlling the weight from the side of my feet and my heels. From the side of my feet and my heels. Okay, the weight is coming down. I'm controlling it. Side of my foot, side of my feet, and heels. Side of my feet and heels. Yes, yes. And your quad sweep is getting activated. So 10 to 15 reps to begin. 13 to 15 reps, 5 to 7 slow tempo negatives afterwards. Okay? Once you have already activated your quad sweep. Now, coming back to this point, no tiptoeing. Now, this is very common. I see people do this all the time. I have done it in the past too, which is using running shoes on leg press, on any leg movement. The problem lies here, right here. That's a lot of cushion. It's great for running. It's great for treadmill. This cushion helps you run. This cushion helps you jog. But it doesn't help you when it comes to leg movements. It makes it very unstable. Okay? The cushion is there's so much foam here. It's not a good time. Especially on a flat surface like the leg press. It makes it very unstable. And I have told you this cue right here. The heels and the side of your feet. Heels and the side of your feet, right? You try that on a running shoe. You try that with a running shoe on. You might just twist your ankle. And with this much weight on the platform, on the machine, you could injure yourself. You could hurt yourself really bad if you try that with a running shoe. So absolutely do not use the running shoe on the leg press. Either use something like this, a flat bottom shoe, or a squatting shoe, which has this kind of a wedge. Which is, again, this is also a flat bottom shoe in that sense. Or just go barefoot. Literally, just don't use this. Absolutely just forget about this. If you have this kind of a shoe, use that. Or if you have this squat shoe, you're a powerlifter, you can use this. Or if you don't have this, also don't have this, you only have this, the running shoe, do not use it. Take it off and go barefoot. Because when you're going to be pushing on this platform with the cue that I've told you, which is the heels and the side of your foot, you try that with the running shoe on, you're going to injure yourself. There's a high probability you could just twist your ankle because you're cueing it in your mind. Side of my foot and heels. You do that with a running shoe, it's all over the place. It's unstable. Like there's so much cushion. You could literally twist your ankle. It's not a good time. And let me actually erase this. I can show you something else. That tiptoe I was talking about. You see this gap over here? People really have a hard time pushing from this side. They always end up just tiptoeing with the running shoe because there's such a huge space here. And so they end up tiptoeing. I can tell because I have done it before. I've tried it with the running shoe. I've tried it with this shoe. I just do it barefoot now. I just feel better in that. Use squatting shoes for just squatting if you want. You can also use it on the leg press. Not really a problem. But I prefer barefoot. But never use running shoes for leg press. Okay? Especially if you're going to do this, side of your foot and heels. It's the biggest point, like I said. If you're going to do this, you do not want to have a running shoe on. Absolutely not. That's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. The main point, like I said, again, I'll start it a few more times here. This is the main thing. All right? I'll draw it again so you can... Okay. Side of your foot and your heels. That's where you want the pressure from. The side of your foot right here, and your heels. That's where all the pressure should be coming from. And even when you're going to be doing the slow tempo negatives, you want to make sure you're pushing through and resisting the weight through your heels and the side of your foot. heels, and that's right, the side of your foot. This is pretty much the most important part. And toes pointed out. Okay? That's it. That's how you target the quad sweep on the leg press. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the... See, the thing is, I have so many leg day video ideas, right? So many. I have hamstrings and calves. I have other areas of the quads. This was just literally the quad sweep. I also want to make videos about the rectus femoris and then the teardrop. And also, you see this muscle right here? This is not part of the quad. This is the hip adductor. But people don't target that. You see in my legs, this muscle is very well developed. So I'm going to also be talking about this part. There's so many video ideas I have. I just only tackled the quad sweep and leg press. There's still so much to talk about. I can talk about quad sweep for ages, and also this other muscle group, and then the hip adductor, and why you should train calves, and so many video ideas. Okay? They're coming. Be on the lookout for that. They're coming. All right? I'll film them as I feel like it. I'll feel like filming leg extensions. I'll film this. I'll film that. But the videos are definitely coming. I get a lot of questions about my legs, and I just want to share my transformation, like this right here. I'm really proud of it, and so I just want to share my lessons, the lessons I learned going from, this was in 2022, and this is in 2025. So whatever I learned, all the mistakes I made, all the things I learned, I want to share that online. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.